So I'm very excited today to talk about something different. During the last years, when we worked with so many organizations at Ahead of the Wave AI and we helped them integrate artificial intelligence, we could see how it transforms their business and it especially transforms certain professions. What happened in last year is we have a lot of ideas for some spin-off organizations that focus on specific topics. So one is already founded. I will not release it yet what it is. The other we are in the process of founding. I want to talk about this. And let me start like that. There are, in my perspective, there are three professions that are transformed in the most fundamental way when they integrate artificial intelligence. This is everything that is a writer. It seems kind of obvious, right? So every copywriter, every book authors, every kind of writer is the way you work, the way the things you do and you don't do and the machine does, they really change fundamentally. The other profession is software developers. Isn't that interesting that we have a machine that is now for the first time really changing the way, fundamentally changing the way how software developers work. When you see an AI-powered software developer today, he or she is orchestrating AI agents. They sit there and they have one agent here who's doing the debugging, one other in front of them who's refactoring a code, and here they build something new. And the person, instead of writing code now, is orchestrating different AI agents to do the job for them. And the human is still needed, but what they do transforms. The kind of skills they need, they transforms. And the next profession is lawyers. And we are in the process of founding a company in the Netherlands together with two partners that is focusing solely on bringing AI literacy to the legal professions, to all kind of lawyers, notaries, legal counsels, general counsels, partners in law firms, every kind of person that works in law, and to transform, to accompany them while transforming their work, their business, either on an individual or on a company level. I want to speak a little bit more about this because I remember probably 3.5 years ago in one of my very, very first workshops, there was a German lawyer. He was specialized in patent rights. And he told in the beginning of the workshop, he said, oh yes, so patent rights, very, very difficult area in law. And I'm not sure how much. So I'm very curious what you will show me today. I'm not sure how much it can help me. And then I remember during the workshop, maybe 3 hours into it, he suddenly raised his hand and said, I just did something with ChatGPT while you were talking, and it's really good, and it would have taken me 6 hours. And what I read here, I need to check it carefully. It's exactly what I need. So I during this workshop, while we were talking, I just saved 6 hours of time. And that was the very first moment for me where I could witness how much impact it has. The same lawyer said towards the end of the workshop, look, Chris, it's interesting. I think I'm also kind of a large language model. What I do as a lawyer is I read a lot of texts, I memorize them, I build up my brain to be able to work with law and legal and regulations and contracts and all that. I bring those into context with specific situations, and you just told me that is also something that a large language model is doing. So a company comes with a situation, I understand the situation, I write it down, what's the case, I bring it in context with the legal framework, with the regulations under which this company operates, the terms and conditions and all that, and then I choose a solution, and those models do the same. And then I create, of course, a lot of text, right? I write contracts, I write terms and conditions, I write some solutions for a specific situation, whatever. And this is also something that the machine is doing really well. So that's what he said. He said, Chris, I'm kind of a large language model as well, I think, specialized on law. And this stuck with me. And what we realized now, so I had many clients that are very big and that have their internal legal teams, and a few law firms, law agencies. The biggest one were 400 people. And from this big law agency, I also learned a lot. So I learned law agencies are very hierarchical. You have 400 people, maybe 80 of those are senior lawyers, and their work looks like that. They get a written contract, some prepared work from the mid and junior levels, and they then have to check it, to correct it, to advise, to delegate work, to tell the levels below them what they need, what they should research, what they should rewrite and check. And all this they can also do with a frontier model. So for the seniors, the work is not changing much, but for the levels below them, that's a difficult story. So a good frontier model can do almost all the work they do. It can write, it can prepare, it can do research, it can summarize, it can suggest strategies and solutions and all that. And it's of course a problem, right? Okay, you cannot just get rid of junior levels. How will you produce senior people if you get rid of the juniors? But what will the juniors do now? Are they just AI pilots or something? We don't know yet. We don't know. People need to explore this, but this is such a big topic. And it's such an important profession in our societies that together with two partners, I found two amazing partners. We're gonna solve this for clients. One partner is Maike. She has an agency and a network where she connects all the legal professions, all the lawyers in the Netherlands, to companies who need interim lawyers, who need advice, who need legal counsels, and stuff like that. So she knows every lawyer. How amazing is that? And then Yannick, he's my other partner. He's a futurist legal designer, a lawyer himself, jumped into AI very quickly, and he's already, when you see him work, it's a different kind of work. He's a lawyer from the future. And we three came together and built a company to help law agencies, lawyers with exactly that. And maybe one other thing that I love so much about that, when we asked, so we've done already workshops with lawyers, we've done trainings. I, with my company Ahead of the Wave AI, transformed companies that also have legal departments. When I ask those people, what is the most valuable thing an AI does for you? What's the most valuable thing? They don't say writing contracts. They don't say it saves me so much time. They don't say, oh, it knows all the legal stuff and is a really good research assistant. What they say in different words, but it's always the same. Oh, I love that ChatGPT can be my opposing counsel. I tell him, this is my contract. Tell me 5 stupid things about what I did here. This is my strategy for this case. Please, ChatGPT, you become my opposing counsel. Please destroy it. Right? So they have a thought partner, an enemy. In a safe space, they can challenge their work, because lawyers, I realized, they carry so much responsibility. The decisions they make are so impactful that having somebody in a safe environment, so not a human, just a machine, challenge it, give you feedback, criticize you, try to poke around and destroy your ideas, your contracts, that is super valuable for them. And this was one point when I realized this together with my clients, where I thought, this is a transformation. This will transform the way they work. So I'm very excited. You will hear much more about this, that this new company exists. Nice.